Malignant incidents occur frequently in China. Analysis: consequences of the CCP's violence-inspired brainwashing. China's real estate market experiences the biggest wave of sell-offs in history. Chinese consumers are crucial to the CCP's plan to recover the economy. Houses, cars, and stocks in China are expected to be unsellable. Wuhan was hit by a heavy rainstorm, and the midday gloom prompted online discussion. It's all covered in today's China Truths. Malignant incidents occur frequently in China. Analysis: consequences of the CCP's violence-inspired brainwashing. According to NTD-TV, China has recently experienced a wave of malicious incidents in various places across the country. These attacks involved knife assaults and car crashes that resulted in both casualties and injuries, presenting harrowing scenes. Notably, in Handan, Hebei, a man rammed his car into people before throwing explosives at police officers. However, the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, officials have blocked news of these events, causing widespread panic among the populace. In particular, on April 2nd, a man attacked several people with a knife on a public street in Chongqing, while that same day's afternoon in Jilin, a driver deliberately drove over many pedestrians with his car, leaving multiple victims injured. According to Yan Yuming, a former Chinese instructor, the surge in malignant cases in China is an insidious byproduct of the CCP's violent indoctrination culture. Mr. Yan said,
在大陆目前的社会状况下发生这一类惨剧，首先第一个呢，就是中共多年来对中国大陆人的思想改造所造成的恶果。从小受的教育都是以党文化为指导，而党文化的核心就是谎言加暴力，这样使中国大陆的人呢，普遍的戾气很重。
Mr. Jin, a retired Chinese engineer, stated,
发生了那么多悲剧，它的根本原因就是几十年的仇恨灌输阶级斗争教育，这样必然导致人们暴力的性格。共产党创政建国以来，不允许提倡人性、人道这些价值观了，那么就导致中国的社会越来越白饭，我是看不到希望。
Furthermore, Yan Yuming has argued that the deteriorating social environment in mainland China, including economic and social unrest, has prompted some people who have been heavily influenced by the CCP's violent indoctrination culture to resort to violent means of retaliation against society. Mr. Yan stated,
从经济角度来说，全球产业链大转移，中国大陆大量的外资撤离，民大量倒闭，很多的人失业，陷入经济困境，这样的人数以千万计。中国大陆的社会是人治社会，而不是法治社会，人们普遍没有法律意识，陷入经济困境的人，有一些走投无路的情况下就会走极端。中国大陆在中共的统治下，经济状况很难向好的方向走，今后此类事件还会发生。
China's real estate market experiences the biggest wave of sell-offs in history. According to a recent report by NTD-TV, China's real estate market is currently experiencing an unprecedented wave of sell-offs. Real estate agent Mr. Wu from Chengdu claims that this is the third time such a phenomenon has occurred, with the previous two taking place during the 2008 global financial crisis and a sluggish market in 2015, when government policies resulted in soaring housing prices. However, current government policies have led to even more sell-offs, with hundreds of thousands of second-hand homes being listed for sale across multiple cities in China, according to data from real estate agencies such as Lianjia and Zhuge House Search. Mr. Wu said, there are quite a few people selling houses now. Prices have dropped since last year, with the peak being 200,000 units. Recently, interest rates have been very low. Some owners have high interest rates, around 6%, but they can refinance and lower the interest rate to 4.1%. In the past, there was a 3-year restriction on resale, but now the government has adjusted this policy, and many houses can be sold. As per Lianjia, on April 3rd alone, over 200,000 second-hand homes were listed for sale in Chongqing, more than 180,000 in Chengdu, and over 100,000 in cities such as Xi'an, Tianjin, Suzhou, and Hangzhou. Zhuge House search showed an even greater level of selling off, with more than 470,000 second-hand homes listed for sale in Chongqing and over 180,000 in Xi'an. The scale of these figures is unprecedented. However, it has been brought to light that these figures may not even reflect the actual number of homes for sale due to a new government regulation implemented in 2021. Real estate agent Ms. Zhou from Xi'an claims that the numbers displayed on these websites are lower than the true number of homes for sale. For example, Lianjia currently has 150,000 second-hand homes listed for sale in Xi'an alone. Ms. Zhou stated, "After releasing our accumulated clients of 3 years, we suddenly gained a lot more. This year's purchase restriction policy is more relaxed than in previous years, and there are approximately 150,000 properties available for sale. However, some owners have not uploaded their property certificates, making them invisible on external websites. For instance, those old stairway apartments in the old city, with a history of more than 20 years, are not attracting many buyers, even when listed online." Chinese consumers are crucial to the CCP's plan to recover the economy. Houses, cars, and stocks in China are expected to be unsellable. A recent report by The Sound of Hope reveals that a Jiangsu netizen has published a list of industrial profit rankings for various cities in Jiangsu and Zhejiang provinces during the first 2 months of 2023. The industrial profit growth rates of Hangzhou, Nanjing, Ningbo, Shaoxing, and Suzhou all averaged around 50%. The report highlights that netizens expressed concern over the Yangtze River Delta's economic significance as the true manufacturing industry and engine of China's economy. However, the data indicates a worrying downturn in the country's economic outlook. In contrast, data released by the National Bureau of Statistics, NBS, under the control of the Chinese Communist Party reveals that the Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index, PMI, for March decreased by 0.7% from the previous month, scoring 51.9%. The Wall Street Journal reports that the official Non-Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index, which encompasses the service and construction industries, rose from 56.3 in February to 58.2 in March, marking the highest level since May 2011. The sub-index of the service PMI reached 56.9, the highest level since March 2012. Chinese consumers have contributed to the country's economic recovery by increasing bank deposits by 6.2 trillion yuan in January alone, following 3 years of the zero-COVID policy. However, Xie Tian, a professor at the Darla Moore School of Business at the University of South Carolina, has expressed skepticism regarding the validity of this data. He claims that the CCP is deliberately creating an illusion of economic recovery and growth to deceive the world and attract foreign investment. Mr. Xie Tian stated, "Even with these numbers, it is clear that the manufacturing industry is declining. The rise in the construction industry is likely due to the Communist Party's large-scale investment to solve the pressing problem of maintaining stability in the so-called property market. A large number of construction projects were suspended and abandoned, causing public discontent. This shows that the Communist Party is still pouring a lot of money into it to solve immediate problems." According to Xie Tian, other areas of consumer spending, such as street snacks and catering, may still have some market, but the most critical aspect is durable goods consumption. Mr. Xie Tian added, "Now that the real estate market is in a downturn, the entire industrial and durable consumer goods sector is also in decline. Without stimulating domestic demand, exports cannot be boosted, and real machinery cannot be boosted. The Communist Party may continue to deceive people, but Western companies that are willing to be deceived are becoming fewer and fewer." Experienced media professional Dong Wei has suggested renaming the CCP's National Bureau of Statistics, NBS, to the China Writers Association, where all the statistics are made up at home. Despite the increase in residence deposits, which some see as an indicator of cautious consumption, many Chinese citizens have a negative outlook on the future, resulting in increased savings. Only a small percentage of the population is willing and able to spend. Commentator Che Hongyan has observed a peculiar phenomenon wherein unemployment, the inability to find work, the inability to sell anything, and a severe contraction in consumption have all culminated in 2023. Nonetheless, during the BOA Forum for Asia, Chinese Premier Li Qiang emphasized China's commitment to reform and opening up and expressed a desire to attract foreign investment. This is significant given the growing trade and geopolitical tensions between Beijing and the West. According to Xie Tian, Li Qiang is considered Xi Jinping's subordinate and oversees the State Council, which is akin to a small shop under Xi Jinping's purview. Despite Xi Jinping's plan to crack down on private and state-owned businesses, Li Qiang has welcomed foreign investment with a smile and invited Jack Ma back to the country, demonstrating a different approach. However, Xie Tian doubts whether Li Qiang can deceive foreign investors. Wuhan was hit by a heavy rainstorm, and the midday gloom prompted online discussion. On the afternoon of April 3rd, an unusual weather phenomenon occurred in Wuhan, Hubei province, causing the daytime to turn pitch black within seconds. Reports indicate that a torrential rainstorm accompanied by strong winds, lightning, and thunder struck the area, leaving locals bewildered and in awe. Before the event, the Wuhan City Meteorological Observatory had issued an orange warning signal for heavy rain at 1:39 p.m. While the timing and severity of the storm seemed to have caught many off guard, netizens promptly took to social media to express their reactions. A video shared on the internet captured the surreal darkness that had enveloped the city. In the aftermath of the event, some locals voiced their frustrations over the impact it had on their daily routines. For instance, one Weibo user recounted taking 2 hours to travel to 8 stops due to the heavy rain, adding, "Who can understand?" Wuhan was hit by a heavy rainstorm, and it turned into the night during the daytime. "I can't take it anymore." Another expressed, "This is not just rain, it's like someone is pouring water." And one local netizen marveled, "I was on my way to work, and suddenly it became dark. I thought, how did time pass so quickly? But when I checked the time, it was only 3 p.m. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. We will keep reporting on the COVID surge in China, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell to get the latest videos. And thank you for tuning in.